What up, Fantasy Football Hustler? Back at ya. I'm bringing you another replay of a classic Hustler interview. This one is with none other than Smitty. And oh yeah, we talked about some football, but the dopest thing was when he started giving career advice, just talking about a whole bunch of things behind the scenes. So I wanted to redrop this so you guys could check it out. Get ready. Rookie content coming next week. We got the draft coming in a couple weeks. If you want to get into a dynasty league, now is the time. Go to fantasyfootballhustler.com and then click on the very top link for Patreon. We got a draft that's starting in less than a week. So get on there, send me a DM. And in the meantime, enjoy this replay of the Smitty interview. Here we go. The only competition is myself. So I appreciate you saying that earlier.
And not to like try and put the put a damper on the pipe dream too, because you can definitely get there. Anybody can get there. I mean, you could go. I mean, it depends on the platform, but like for example, you could go on. Not that TikTok pays the bills, believe it or not. People are so I think misguided on like what person looks like they're full time or what person's like. Just because you have 100,000 followers on IG doesn't mean you're making any money. You have to know what you're doing on all other different levels and have different things, products and stuff like that. So a lot of people think that they see someone with 20K on IG, they're like, oh my God, they must do this for a living. It's like not even close. Like, it's a different thing than people think, a different monster to be bringing in revenue and doing it full time. But not to put a damper on the potential, but not very, very few people in the industry are doing this on a full-time basis. Very few. And so, people put up a facade about it too, like, oh, I do this full time, and they don't. It's good to be honest and be yourself during your journey too, because people like that. Like a lot of your followers in here probably appreciate that you're on the up and coming, radar versus pretending you're, already there. It gives off a different feel, and there's a personality that you have that's different with your mindset now and your honesty about it versus if you just came out and pretended fronting, oh, I do this full. It changes everything about you. So honesty, people knowing your journey, knowing your story is a good thing. Like even I'm still a very, very small fish in a big pond in the video world. Like I'm not even close to big time in many ways on that front. So like, my follow, I don't fake that with my followers either. And they love that they're a part of something from the ground up, and they know that it's going to get big and we're going to do huge things and they're going to be a part of it from day one. And so, it's a cool thing. And there's nothing wrong with being honest about it, but work really hard. Don't focus so much on everybody, and understand that the sliver that you need to slice off of the big pie is, the pie is huge. There's enough to go around. All you got to do is get a little piece of it, and you're gonna be fine. It's just takes time, hard work, and falling into a niche that works for you, finding your own voice, and if it's gonna work, like I said, it's gonna work. Your worst case scenario is you have this awesome side hustle that probably still brings in good income, and you enjoy it and you have a passion about it, and that's like your worst case scenario. So just think of it that way. Like there's nothing you can lose. Just be you and see what happens.
Yep. And he's speaking to everybody else, because even for someone like me, I am full-time. Full-time money isn't coming in, but I'm a hustler, and we're going to figure out how to make all this work, and that is going down. And Eric, thanks for reminding me, promote your Patreon more, jack up those subscribers. Go get signed up, fantasyfootballhustler.com. Patreon is the top link. That's all I do is interact with the fantasy community, do these videos. I'm really appreciating everybody who's been around. Will, appreciate you for being here. Give me money. Appreciate you, bro. Stu, appreciate you. All right, Smitty. I'm sure everybody here already knows where to find you, but please feel free to plug anything you want.
Yeah. So I don't know if I can change cameras here real quick. Let me see if I can. So here's the studio.
Nice.
And this is where the show is going to be. So Tuesdays and Thursdays. We're not live, but we're in the spot where we'll be live Tuesdays and Thursdays here on the fantasyfootballshow.com. That's where they can find me, or go to smitty1.com. But every Tuesday and Thursday, 4 p.m., 7 p.m. Eastern. And it's just, man, it's a blast. Like I did my first show on Tuesday, yesterday, and it flew by. And it's just going to get better and better, man. So this is where I'll be. You'll see me right here in the command center. Appreciate you having me on.
Hell yeah, man. Appreciate you spending your time and appreciate the hustle that you're talking about here because that's all I do. That's why the Fantasy Football Hustler is my name. Out of all these goofy ass names that I was thinking about initially, the Hustler fits me, and that's all I'm going to do is keep hustling.
Well, keep doing it, bro. And yeah, I'll well, you're on Instagram?
Yep.
Okay. I'll look you up on or no, yeah, I mean we DM'd on Instagram, but your show or is that your actual handle for your show? I'm sorry, I gotta look into that. Check out your Instagram content more. I'm so busy, man. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know if I'm getting DM'd from like a personal account or whatever, but I gotta look at your hustle. I found you on or we talked on Clubhouse, right?
Yep, that's where we
started talking. Okay. Yeah. I'm on Clubhouse a lot too. And I've been putting in more time on that. I've been putting a lot of time on that. And that's kind of a fun little platform to grow on and help people. And I think we're talking about like how to build your channel and build all that, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's a really good place to do that. So you'll find me over there too, and maybe we can help some other people that are starting out because you have good insight on because you're freshly there, building this thing up. And so, you have as much insight as anybody to talk about it because, you're proof that you're on your way. This is what you decided to do. This is what you've learned as you've, rolled into your first year. This is your first full year. Did you do half of a year last year?
First full year of content. Yeah. So I got August was when I started doing more videos and stuff and started getting full force just right as the season started. As far as like giving advice and stuff, I started a fantasy football advice group on Facebook like 6 years ago, and there's like almost 19,000 people in there. So it was mostly just text and answer and start and sit questions, just through social media, and then now kind of spawned into this.
How is that still? Because Facebook is just like falling flat. Like, is there engagement in there still, or how is that group?
Fuck yeah, man. I mean, I know that a lot of groups on Facebook, like just fantasy groups in general, they die as soon as the season's over. We're a bigger group. I make sure to keep doing things to keep it active. So there's a lot of Tom Brady posts and stuff that happens because everybody fucking loves talking about Tom Brady. And I like poking the bear a little bit, just calling him the greatest game manager of all time. And so little things like that just kind of keep it going. And the Facebook group for like my live streams, when I do question and answer live streams, that was the biggest contributor to me growing on YouTube because I would do the live streams in there and I would just keep telling everybody, go subscribe on YouTube while you're listening to this.
Yeah. Well, hit me up and maybe we'll do something. Maybe we'll do some kind of like test run, one-off little sideshow in the Facebook world or something like that in that community. That might be a fun little thing to try out. Because Facebook, Facebook is something I need to do a little more, but like Twitter, Facebook, I just haven't had time to, because Instagram popped for me so quickly and YouTube that I put all my energy into that. And so, Instagram, how many followers you got on Instagram?
I think like 800. So Instagram's like one of my smallest platform.
Yeah, it's hard. It's I can definitely DM you and share some insight on how to grow on there. But it's, don't feel like if one platform if one works for you better than the other. I'm not saying don't ignore another one, but like if you've got one that's working, you only got so much time. You're going to dilute something. So keep grinding with what works. But I'll reach out to you and we'll try and do something on Facebook because I need to get on Facebook, and that may be a fun thing for our communities to maybe we come up with some little tiny once a week little show or something.
Yeah, for sure. And even right now we're streaming into Facebook on a couple different pages on Facebook into the group. We're streaming on YouTube and Twitter and Twitch. So yeah, I make sure to stream into everywhere that I can to get as many eyeballs.
Yeah.
What about the Sports Me app? Have you heard about that yet?
Yeah, they've reached out to me a couple times, and I let me switch here because I feel weird talking to you from so far away. I just it comes down to the time that I have, man. Because like I literally like I have Chick-fil-A that's sitting out in the kitchen that I brought home that I haven't even eaten yet. Like it's like that's how my life is. Like I have no extra time at all to even figure out how to attack another platform I'm not like die hard on. You know, I know TikTok is a good platform for organic growth, but you know, it also isn't something that like it's the same environment. Like I don't know if you ever, are you on TikTok?
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, you what?
Not too active.
Yeah, because I mean, like you post something like I'll post something like, you know, AJ Brown top 5 wide receiver, and I'd be like, you idiot, it's Amari Cooper, moron. And it's like, you know, it's just a bunch of like keyboard tough guys that you know, I think TikTok will eventually become the Instagram. So like building on it's a smart thing, because when it does transition over to being a valuable place to advertise or funnel people into your product, you'll have a good foothold. Because the oh, I'll wait, Instagram, I don't need to post a picture, you know, that's dumb. Instagram after a certain point turned into a video platform, turned into a great place, stories, everything, to be a full-blown, you know, like show on. And then once it became that, it was a little late to come in and try and get a foothold. So it's always smart to get the foothold, but I find that TikTok's just kind of like a you know, a strange, like people with 100, like there are people with like 100, 200,000 followers on TikTok that just, they don't even really provide that much value on their channel. You know, it's like, let's go over the top 5 all-time quarterbacks. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. And that's it. Like, there's no value at all. There's like, you know, you didn't get anything from it. They get all these people that say, shout me out, shout me out, shout me out. Like TikTok's just like a Wild West, man. And it doesn't, there's no sense, rhyme, or reason to anything. And I think people equate, you know, they just want 20,000 followers or 50,000 somewhere. They don't care where it is. TikTok, Instagram. Well, let me tell you, it's important. It's important where you have them. It's important where you have them. Having, you know, 10,000 YouTube followers is like equivalent to having like 100 or 200K Instagram followers. Like there's a big difference between those different subsets of people. Having 100K TikTok followers would feel good. Like, you know, you'd have some clout or some like a nice thing to show off. Like I got 100,000 TikTok followers, but what are you getting out of them? You know, like eventually it will be a good thing to have. Like once TikTok transforms into an older crowd, and it is every day, but right now it's a lot, it's a lot of you know, screaming and yelling at you. It feels a little bit like the Reddit forums. You know, if you post something on Reddit, have you ever posted a video on Reddit like, hey, watch my video?
No, I have
like,
not.
You idiot, what are you doing in here? It's like, you know, there's certain places that are, you know, not, you know, I've grown my brand on Instagram, I've grown my brand on YouTube. And I think that's where people go wrong, is they just try and show up and just start forcing their brand on people, like in the Instagram world or whatever. So you got to like cultivate it within that community. You got to understand the community. And TikTok, maybe it is yelling. Maybe I just go in there and go, what are you looking at? You know, and then I blow up. And it's like I got a bunch of people yell at me, I yell at them. Fantastic little 100K family. I don't know. But, you know, some of my most, like, to give you an example, my most views on TikTok, I think I have a video that has like 300,000 views or something on TikTok. And it's of me dropping an iPad. And the iPad was already broken. So I don't know if you remember my Todd Gurley video where I smashed it with a hammer. So it's that iPad. It's already smashed. So I turn it upside down and I go, let me show you guys how to use both Oh, and I drop the iPad and it smashes. It's got 300 or something thousand views. And every single comment is, it was already broken. I saw it. He's lying. And it's like, that's what generated all the views. Are those valuable views? Are those people loving? Do they want to buy my product? Do they want to follow me and listen to all my podcasts? Where's this guy at? I got to listen to him on an audio pod. Like, it's such a different, you know, like, what are you getting out of those views? Yeah. Maybe ad dollars. Sure. So that could be the thing. And once you get to that point, and it takes a little while to get to that point where you have to have so many views, you have to have so many, there's certain criteria. And then you get into the TikTok creator fund. And then once you get a certain amount of views, you get paid like that way. Yeah. So, you know, there is an advantage to it, but you got to put in a lot of time for that too. And are you taking away from something else? So you just got to kind of weigh it all out, man. Do what you can. you're doing the right things, and all, you know, be available if you ever have any questions, and we'll jump into some clubhouse rooms and talk about brand building and stuff like that.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm all about. I'm all about the business side of things too, especially right now, because that regular season grind is real. I embraced it last year.
Yeah, and there's burnout too. You gotta be careful. Yeah. You know, because you definitely are going to face that if you're not smart about it. It's natural. I've burned out several times, you know, where I thought, oh my God, I did a couple 24-hour live streams, and those aren't healthy. I might want to add, because you know, you get through that and you're like, oh my God, I'm never going live again. You know, I did 2 of those. I had the flu during one of them, and it was not good. It was not good. Nor was it as productive as like a normal 2-hour live stream. So,
yeah, sometimes more isn't better. I realized that during some of my question and answer live streams. Some of them lasted like up to 5 hours. I'm like, damn, I should have just stopped 2 hours ago and then just did another one tomorrow or something. Or
yeah, you got to know when to quit on it, but. But hey, man, I'm going to go grab that Chick-fil-A, pop it in the microwave, and chow that down before it's already dinner time. Appreciate you having me on, and you know, we'll hook up. I'm serious. We can maybe do something in a Facebook group somewhere, some kind of like internal show. You know, if you know, I know I already said I don't have a lot of time, but we could figure something out. Like, you know, even if it's a quick 10-minute thing, that'd be pretty cool. All right, man.
Hell yeah. All right. I'll see you later. And everybody, thanks for hanging out. Got another show tomorrow and got a bunch of cool shows coming next week. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Go follow on all podcasts. Peace out, everybody.
Later, guys. Later, GMM. Later, Stu.
Are you ready, Jerry?
I'm ready.
Just want to make sure you're ready, brother. Show me the money.
Oh, you didn't know?
Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling.
You put my shoes on, you wouldn't last a mile. Summertime, wintertime, I'm on the grind. Yeah, I got the ring, I'm the champ, I'm the genie of the lamp.
This is the gift I was given, so I just live by my hustle.
It's all about the Benjamins, baby.
Yeah.
It's all about the Benjamins, baby.
Yeah.
It's all about the Benjamins, baby.
Yeah.
CIP me put in my pocket, it don't make sense, but don't make a profit. So I hustle, ladies and homies, make money, money.
It's hard out here for a pill. Really tryna get this money for the real.
I want to find a thing to save my life, so I hustle.
It ain't over for me. No, it ain't over for me.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Show me the money!
Okay, let's go smoke that joint.